you gotta be a little different once you get in them 40s, 50s, and 60s. Even if you do still have a young spirit, you still can't be acting like you out there and can muscle everything, because you really can't. You can try, but your breath is gonna be wet. You probably ain't got as much muscles as you used to got. You know, you've been out of practice. You ain't got the 1-2 in as often as. Well, so it's Saturday. I've been in NOLA for a complete 24 hours. Yesterday was a jam-packed day. I actually didn't lay down until after 11 o'clock last night. I'm trying to brush my little edges, y'all. This is the first time me brushing my edges. They little, y'all, since I got my hair put up, but I wanted to brush the little edges I got to since I finally started sweating. So what was I finna say? So yesterday, child, we did the trolley. That was one hell of an adventure. We went to the casino. We did a lot of walking. We went to the Brennan's restaurant. That's why I had on the dress, but I took my heels off shortly afterwards, in the restaurant, and put on my slides so we could walk around a little bit. What can I say about NOLA, honey? So I don't even know where to start. I think the city has great people. Like, there's some people that live here that are very hospitable, right? Extremely hospitable, extremely nice. But then, you know, I think other people are a little frustrated that the city is, I don't know. The guy on the trolley was really rude. He was rude. He was so rude. I was like, honey, I ain't got to give you my $1.25 to get on this beast, baby. I walk regularly, honey. I can walk easily. So I was just like, I just want to get off. Just want to get off. Because I just didn't like how he was acting. He was pissing me off. Anyway, so I think right now, I've only had 2 bad experiences. My second bad experience is that I have a habit of, I just walk off because I get bored, right? And if I see something shiny or something like that, and I just say shiny, something I want to see, I'm going to go do it. So in this scenario, I didn't want to go see anything. I was standing outside of a little grocery area with some of my family, and then my other family was inside the grocery. But they was just taking extremely long, to be honest with you. So I wanted to go see what they was doing. Like, what's taking y'all so long? And baby, they obviously was grocery shopping for snacks. Or nothing, for snacks, so they can have something to munch on at night when they go to sleep. And I come out the door, and there's this inebriated, and I don't know if he was, I'm going to say he was Caucasian. That's what I'm going to say he was. I'm going to say he was Caucasian. Because I really didn't give him no look, because when he started moving his mouth, all I was doing was processing how I'm going to mollywop this dude if I have to. That's the only thing I was thinking about. So I come out the store, he's like, hey girl, you could tell he was drunk. Hey girl, where you going, girl? Where you going, girl? And I keep walking, right? I was like, don't give him no action, don't give him no nothing. Just keep walking. He gonna move away. But what he tried to do, y'all, and I keep telling y'all, I'm a 100% Leo. And if you meet a Leo who, and when I say 100%, I mean most Leos, especially the ones that are in that middle part of August, they built like lions. That just, if you pay attention, like they have narrow hips and bottoms, and they have full broad chests. This is just true, and that's how I'm built. My backside, I have that. It's narrow, honey. It's not a lie. It's narrow. Anyway, so I had on my dress, and since it was so long, I had it like cupped up, kind of keep it from sweeping the ground. So what he tried to do, since I was ignoring him, was swat my butt, but he missed my butt and hit my dress, and I felt it. And so then I'm shifting, you know, stuff in my hands, and I'm still walking because I had my phone. What do you call this thing that the camera and the phone be on? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I had that in my hand, so I'm getting that in position because I'm like, if this man touch me, honey, I'm gonna go ahead and give him some real Texas hospitality, honey. I'm gonna show him what's going on in Austin since they think it's nothing. But then he looked up and he saw my people, because my people standing there looking at me like, because they see me walking. They see me like, I guess they see I don't have no expression on my face. I'm just walking and I'm just letting them bump. But my cousin, I could see her looking like, what is going on? And when he realized that some of my family was over this way, he went on about his business. He went on about his day. I didn't have to worry, but dude was on a whole nother level of disrespect. And sometimes, you guys, I don't know, this is just me. So one, the guy down in the lobby of the hotel thought I was 26 years old. He literally said it. He told me he wasn't gonna serve me a drink because he thought I was 26. And I told him, I said, well, if I have to show you my ID, you gonna give me 2 drinks. Not just one, you gonna give me 2. 2 times what you think I am, because I'll be 52 this summer. So when I showed him my ID, he was like, you got to be kidding me. Not. Funny. He said, well, all I have to say is whatever you doing, keep doing it. Because when I took my picture and my ID, I'll be honest with you, that's when I was a little bit more swollen and stuff because of things. So I've, you know, but I may look a little different from my ID, but it's still my ID. It still got my birthday on it. And I don't care what people say. When you go through stuff, you can see it in your skin, in your body, and how you look, and how you swollen because you all kinds of stuff. It just shows through you. Illnesses, everything. It shows through you when you're in my driver's license, baby. It shows because I had to get my driver's license redone at that time. So happy, praise be to God, that when I got my driver's license redone, y'all, I never changed my last name. So when I got my divorce, I didn't have to worry about changing anything back. But anyway, what I wanted to do is hop on, and because I haven't really chit-chatted with y'all. Like I was on the move. I was moving around, honey. And I tried to get video clips, and I hope you guys got some of the idea of what was going on and what we was doing and how we was doing it. But yeah, it was yesterday. I just seemed like everything was cram-packed. This is why when I go on vacation, I like long vacations. I don't like short vacations because I don't want to feel like I'm doing everything in just a couple of days. Not knocking this vacation because, yes, I'm going to be turning around and going back home tomorrow. Extremely short. But typically, I would rather do a few days, because I don't like feeling rushed to do anything. But this has been, it's been really nice being with my family and just hanging out and laughing. But I say if we come back to New Orleans, we need to come back and do a few days so we can have leisure time to just chill, because that's your girl. I like to just be, I just like to chill. I just like to chill wherever I'm at. So I feel like now I could have packed a smaller suitcase, because I'm definitely not going to wear everything that I bought. Right? But today, I put on this pants set because I felt like, I don't know, something in my spirit say, don't wear a dress in this moment. Go ahead and pull your pants. Cause last night, honey, I saw all kinds of stuff. I saw all kinds of stuff that I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be witnessing. So, yeah, I put on pants today, and just in case I have a situation like I had yesterday with the little Caucasian dude, and in this situation someone actually do touch me, I don't know how I'm gonna react. I just gonna tell you that, because how my mind process is that I'm thinking through what I can do or what I will do, and hope that I don't have to do it, especially at my age, right? So, and that's weird to say, but I really try to process how to move, because and I don't know if we had a different stage in our life, right? And I don't care how bad and bougie you was at 20 or whatever. You gotta be a little different once you get in them 40s, 50s, and 60s. Even if you do still have a young spirit, you still can't be acting like you out there and can muscle everything, because you really can't. You can try, but your breath is gonna be windy. You probably ain't got as much muscles as you used to got. You know, you've been out of practice. You ain't got the 1-2 in as often as you could. So you never know. But I don't know. I'm just playing. Anyway, today let me show y'all what I got on. I need some earrings. Oops. I'm gonna put on my little elephant earrings. Ain't gonna put on no more jewelry other than my little elephant earrings, since I got on my little elephant pants. My cousin told me, I said, well, wait a minute, what we doing tomorrow? She said, cousin, just put on regular clothes. Because they know, girl, they know I can be a fashionista when I want to be a fashionista. When I want to be a fashionista, I can be a fashionista. But I don't feel like I have to be a fashionista every day. Because sometimes you need to leave shit to people's imagination. Let them know, let them think, oh, she ain't got it, or he ain't got it. And then when it's time to show up and show out, you show up and show out. You ain't got to always let people know what you got going on, how you living. That's what they mean by move in silence. Keep some of that shit to yourself, and then when you gotta show them, or when you're in a position to show them, because at one time they thought you were that girl, and then when you show up as that girl, they're gonna be like, well, what's different, bitch? Ain't nothing different. I just ain't had to show you who I was. I just don't have to put everything that I got going on out there. And that's, that's how you're supposed to move. So anyway, that's how I feel like movement should be. That's how I move. Like, I'll let people think that that's why I don't rush to go out and get the newest model cars and all this kind of stuff and so on and so forth. Not because you can't afford it. It's because, why? Why with this economy? Why live above your means in this economy? And honestly, that is what it is, especially if you a single woman like myself. And I guess because I raised my kids by myself, I always thought that way. Like, keeping up with the Joneses ain't something that I necessarily need to do, because I got to make sure there's a roof over my head and food on my table and clothes on my back. Priorities is what's important. Why am I getting into that kind of conversation right now? Let me show y'all. So I put on my little elephant ears, my elephant earrings, and then let me show y'all my little bottoms. Hold on. Okay, y'all, this is my little boho bottoms. Those are those little big-legged pants. I've had these for quite some time. Actually, I got multiple pairs. I got them as a jumper. Oops, I feel like my camera is a little crooked. I got them as a jumper, and then I got them as pants separately. So I just put on this crop top with them, and I'm trying to determine. I'm put on my flip flops because that's what I bought to wear with them. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my slides back in my purse just in case I need to. Then I'm gonna take my little neck fan just in case it gets too warm outside, or like my mom or someone needs it. And then I think that's it. So today we're supposed to go to get some beignets and stuff for breakfast. We're supposed to go to the Plantation as our tour, i.e. excursion. We're supposed to go to the riverboat jazz thing tonight. And I don't know what else they have planned for us today, but you know, I'm just tagging along, baby. I don't know the full itinerary, but I'm gonna be in the mix because they told me, cousin, you gotta be in the mix. So I'm in the mix. And so I am just cleaning up my little room right now, and because I don't like stuff being all over the place. And I'm really not one of the individuals that will unpack. I think the first time I ever unpacked while I was on the trip is because I was on that cruise for a whole week. So to me that made sense. Since I'm just here for a couple of days, ain't no trash can in this bathroom and it's bothering me. So if I'm only here for a couple of days, I don't see any reason in unpacking. But either way, I still don't like stuff all just laid all out over my room. That just ain't cute. So I'm cleaning up my room, then I'm gonna head downstairs and meet everyone downstairs so we can get this day started. I'm gonna go to I think there's a Starbucks. Thought that was a statue, y'all. If you touch me, oh, we made it. It's not that bad.
Morning.
Have a reservation?
Yes.
What's the name?
Stephanie Conway.
Okay, and that's 7 of you.
Yes.
Okay, I have you right here.
Okay.
Now,
I can't videotape?
the
Okay.
Tour is copy. Eating and food.
I've been very cautious of what I'm sharing and put hot wing seasoning on it. Best thing ever.
Really?
She's saying this is a levy, another levy on the right, and you are to actually put on the levy. Oh, okay.
On the cool.
Oh, I was hoping that I could take y'all on the plantation tour with me, but I wasn't able to. I think I cut off the video when the lady said that there's a copyright thing associated with the plantation. So we went to plantation, and one, I've been on a plantation tour before, and I was making jokes the entire time and telling my family about the Antebellum movie, and how while we were driving out there, the how it looked just made that movie come to mind. So on the plantation, I want to say my family and one other lady were the only people of color there. Everybody else were white people, of course. The individual who was facilitating the tour, she was a black woman. And honey, I had to take my hats off to Christian, because some of the questions that was coming up, I wouldn't have had no patience for the foolery. But the entire all the information that we got back in regards to the plantation and how the family was, as well how slavery was, and when emancipation happened, how a lot of the slavery people that were enslaved did not want to leave the land because that was home to them. You know, that's not anything that's old news to a person of color, right? But I think what really rubbed me was when one of the slaves ran away. And you see it on movies, how they brand people. But this lady who was over this plantation branded old boy right on the face, like right on the face, her initials, and because she wanted the world to know, if he ever tried to run again, to know that he was her property, right? I tried to take some pictures of the property of the plantation. I really did not want to go into the slave housing. I didn't. It's just something in my body just didn't want me. I think by that part of it, towards the end, I was just kind of like burnt out and looking at people sideways. But there's a part where we went to the slave homes, and there was a freemen's agreement on the wall. The original agreement of free men for that plantation was hanging on the wall, and it was showing how much the emancipated individuals, the slaves that became free men, how much they were making on the plantation when they decided to stay even when they were free. Depending on how valuable an individual was, they could make up to $25 a day for their services. And if you're not valuable, you can make all the way down to $4 a day for your services. And you weren't paid in money. You were paid in like game coins, right? And they made those, what would be game coins to us today is what they were being paid in. They weren't being paid in actual money. But the plantation would tax them, right? Now that you're emancipated, now you have to pay for your living. Now you have to pay for, the water you use. Now you have to, it's not like the living changed, but you have to pay for all this stuff now. So just imagine making it $4 a day, having an entire family that still lives in a slavery quarters, and you're trying to feed your entire family off of that little bit of money after being taxed for staying somewhere that you worked, a place that you worked on all of your life from birth up, right? Then, after they down to their final dime, then they need to buy groceries to feed their children or their wives or whatever. They couldn't leave the plantation to spend their money. They had to take the little money they had left and buy their groceries at the plantation grocery store. So I was telling my peoples, I was like, man, there's not much difference in the government today, because those were the governing bodies of those plantations. Today we have a governing body of the United States. I don't care if it's Republican or Democrat, we have it. We all get paid a certain amount of money. We all get taxed. We all have to buy groceries and all that. It's just the game hasn't changed at all. At all. And people are still getting over. I don't know why that came to my mind when that happened, but I was like, you just got to think about how blessed you are to be in the position you are today and not be in a position that all of those people were in back in that time. Even as a black woman, like, count your blessings. You know what I mean? So while we were in the slave quarters, there was this lady, and they were saying how, you notice there's 2 doors on one slave home, so that means it's like a duplex format. There was a beam in the middle of it where it showed the separation of the 2 homes. And there was a Caucasian lady off in there, and she was like, so they lived here, but they didn't sleep here? Or they slept here and they didn't leave here? I can't remember exactly how they put it. And the young lady who was facilitating, Christian, who was facilitating, she was like, they lived here. She was like, but there's no kitchen, and there's no living room, and there's no, and I looked at this bitch like, excuse me, y'all. I looked at her like, what in the hell? So Christian was like, yeah, these are slave quarters. They had a man-made fireplace. They had to pump their own water out in the field, even after emancipation. They didn't have no traditional kitchens. They didn't have traditional living quarters. And the lady was just like shocked. Why are you so shocked, boo? Same lady at the beginning of the tour had asked, well, why is the plantation so close to the river or the water? Is it because it's easier to bring, fish or whatever? And the girl looked at her like, that's where all the trade happened. That's where the slaves were bought over. And that's why the plantation is so close to the river. She said, so it had nothing to do with food? And in my mind, I was like, you cannot be so stupid that you don't know the history. Like, are you so freaking uppity that you, child, don't get it, don't understand it. I don't get some people, Caucasian people, and I don't understand it. I'm not going to be able to understand it. So, but I did, because it was a sugarcone plantation, and they had some perfumes that was made out of sugarcone at that plantation. And I did buy me some, give me a little small thing of perfume that was made out of sugarcane, not sugarcone, sugarcane from that plantation, to bring back memory. It smells so pretty, but I think I was more impressed with the fact that it was made out of sugarcane, and knowing that that's yet another thing that people of color has been doing for years, is making great fragrances, right? Like, so yeah, I got me some. Anyway, so after we left the plantation, we went to the 7th and Upper and Lower 9th Ward to see where Katrina hit the levee almost 20 years later, to see if, has anything been improved. And you could see where, some homes had been rebuilt, but you can still see where the damage, 20 years later, I want to say that happened in 2005. It'll be 2025 next year. And people are still living in the conditions, or homes are still up, buildings are still up. Some of the people are still living in them. Some of the people are still working in them. That was damaged from Katrina. And I just thought that was sad. I thought that was just the saddest thing. So, prior to going back to where to look at the 7th and 9th Ward, and prior to going to the plantation, we did go to beignets to get some beignets, and I was not impressed. I was not the place we went to, I was very sad that the beignets weren't good. I was. So I'm hoping before I head out, I'm able to try another beignet shop and maybe it's better. But the one that we went to, I wasn't impressed at all. So in a few, I'm gonna be getting up and getting ready to go on this jazz boat ride to eat yet again. We actually went to a really good seafood restaurant called Benny's, and I started vlogging the food, but when my food came out, I completely forgot about you guys. I did. I forgot about that. I ate that food so fast. It was so good. It was just, I had blue crab and crawfish and corn and potatoes. That's what I had. And it was absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Okay, young world. I keep feeling like I have y'all up your cricket. This is today's fit. This outfit I got from SHEIN. We're supposed to be wearing all white. I don't know if it's an all white event, but you'll probably never see me in anything that is just all white. So I have to have color. I have to. But this is the top. It's a little crop top. Shoulders off, and it ties in back. Can you see the little tie in back? And then the pants are big leg pants. They're a little big on me. I actually got these in a size medium, but I could have probably done this in a small, but I'm okay because, you know, the belly is quite bloated. And they have splits on the side, both legs. So I think that's cute. I think this is cute for a little jazz boat ride. I got on my Calvin Kleins again, right? So I should be able to link these two pieces in the, in the description of my travel vlog, as well as the white dress that I wore with all the colors on it. And if you guys didn't realize when looking at the white dress, it was a face. No one pointed that out, but it was a face. But yeah, so I'll be able to link this set. It's not a set, but bottoms and top, and then that dress in the description of this travel video. So that's the fit. I ain't wore makeup this entire short weekend. Y'all see I haven't changed my hair. It been combed up all weekend because look, I told y'all I don't like hair on my neck. That's why I always keep my hair short. So even with braids, I have to be able to bun it up or pin it up or something. My daughter told me that since I had that boho look or the boho braids with extra, to make sure I had a curly piece hanging out. So that's why this little curly gray has been hanging the entire time. That's how you're gonna get, honey. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to get y'all, hopefully everything is okay where I can video vlog on this little boat thing, and stay tuned.